how did you guys meet? Mom, you go first.
So I went with my friend Dawn to pick up her father Phil at your grandpa's house. Your father came around the corner in a towel.
I was just getting out of the shower and I strutted out to the living room.
Oh, please, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I strutted everywhere those days.
Dad, let Mom talk. You'll get your turn.
Man, you have a lot of rules.
So anyway, I don't know why, but I curtsied. When Dawn introduced us, I curtsied.
She was so in awe with my physique, she didn't know what to do. Do you remember what you were wearing that evening?
No.
White pants and a yellow top. And might I add, your ass looked mighty fine in those pants.
I was not wearing white pants.
Yes, you were. Those pants are ingrained in my memory.
Then you went on a date?
Yes, we went on a double date.
No. We saw each other before our double date at Michelle's party. We didn't talk much, but after the party that night, Grandpa pulled me aside and said, "Johnny, you see the way that little blonde was looking at you? She had stars in her eyes." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah. But Dawn told me that your mother didn't like me."
I remember I told him to take a turn at the next light, and he thought I meant traffic light when really I meant street light. Yeah, I didn't like him. And that was that.
So Mom didn't like you, but what happened next?
Dawn's birthday party. We were talking in the house, and I said, "I have my car here. You want to go see it?" So we went to the driveway, sat on the hood of my car, and talked for the rest of the night. We didn't make out or anything, but we danced.
Was there any music?
It wasn't really romantic or anything.
Not really romantic, my ass. It was very romantic. Dancing under the stars, no music, but I may have been humming something. And then I asked her out again.
We went to see Heaven Can Wait in Persephone and then went to IHOP.
We weren't in Persephone. We were in Union.
No, we were definitely in Persephone. The IHOP was right there.
No, you're wrong. I took 4 girls to see Heaven Can Wait in Union, and you were the last one. Trust me, I know it was Union.
Come on. But you're wrong.
On that night, we had our first romantic kiss outside your mom's house. I was standing on the driveway, and she was standing on the first step of the stoop.
No, we were inside.
Maybe we continued there, but we started outside. How could you have been nose to nose with me if we weren't on different levels?
I still think we were inside. And the next day he sent me flowers on my birthday.
And that was it.
That was it. Then we were in love.
We make sausage. There are currently 3 generations that help in the process. The roles go as follows. Grandparents' fathers get the meat and add the water to it. The grandparent mothers add the seasoning and make coffee. My generation young men mix the raw meat. Then it gets doled out into sizes by the dads, and if it is not bulk, then it's put into casings by the moms. My generation young women put the meat in packaging, and the kids take and label each of the products. It is the Keller sausage making tradition.
We love sausage! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha!
Last year, my mom and dad separated. My dad is tragically sad about it and is slowly killing himself with food and alcohol. 2 years ago, I essentially sent my mother to alcohol treatment, and she has been a different person ever since. She wants to get back together with my dad, but he is afraid that she will just hurt him again. My dad has remained stagnant. The first thing my dad did when my parents separated was buy a bigger TV.
My future family, I want kids, but I don't know. I mean, they can be real assholes. Like when I think of all the stuff I put my parents through.
Once I slapped my mother.
I broke his arm.
Mom, I have no idea where I am.
It burned to the ground. I don't know.
I had said fuck within the context of, I fucking hate it here. She slapped me hard on the cheek, and I slapped her back.
When I was 6, my little brother David was 4. We were playing. He was singing and dancing on top of this little stool. I warned him, if you keep singing, I'm going to pull that stool right out from under you.
One crazy night in high school, I broke one of my mother's first rules. Don't get in the car with strangers. I was joyriding with a car full of hot girls. Yes, they were strangers, but they were hot.
When we pulled up to the house, fire engines were everywhere. I'll never forget those red lights. My stomach dropped. Oh shit, did we?
Slap. It was mortifying for both of us. She looked at me like she didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was.
My brother kept singing. I stayed true to my word. The next thing I knew, my brother was lying on the floor crying.
I was in the car maybe 10 minutes before my cell phone started to ring. It was my mom. Hello?
Where are you, Sam?
I have no idea.
Well, who are you with?
Mom, I have no idea.
Are you in the car? Who is driving the car, Samuel?
Mom, I have no idea.
Pull over at the next landmark. I'll come pick you up.
My brother Phil and I had been using the roof of the hog house as a launching pad for our pop bottle rockets. Luckily, there hadn't been pigs in there for years. It was full of salvage lumber. Lots of old, dry wood.
I never said fuck again in front of my mother, but it was not enough. Once that bridge was crossed, we couldn't go back.
I had broken his little arm.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I convinced the stranger girls that it was important that they drop me off at the Mall of America so that my mom could come pick me up.
Better to catch rotten wood on fire than pigs, I said. No one laughed.
She never looked at me the same way again.
I broke my little brother's arm.
Mom was ready with a week's worth of grounding.
I think that was the first time I was grounded for life. Yeah, I'm gonna keep thinking about this whole kid thing.